not too hyped up for it. I mean, after all, it is January. You know what that means.
Are you excited for the movie?
What? Am I excited? Well, I'm here, ain't I? I'm ready to watch this movie. It looked alright. Not too hyped up for it. I mean, after all, it is January. You know what that means.
A few moments later.
Oh, it's starting? Okay. Might as well kick back, get comfy. Might get me a little nap in.
A little later.
Wait a minute. What?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh my god! I'd smack that. Oh, she'd smart off to me like that. So help me if that was my kid.
A lot of boring math later.
Oh, shit, the robot actually talked back. Oh my god.
5 minutes later.
Oh, there goes a kid's ear. Jesus, this is PG-13?
Later that same evening.
Oh, I gotta say, wow. I highly underestimated this movie. I saw M3GAN, and let me tell you, I went into this movie with little to no expectations, and it blew my mind. The movie was fantastic from start to finish. It was a thrilling, fun time. And I know we've seen this type of movie and concept at least 100,000 times already, but in its own way, it offers something a little unique. Now, should it be labeled as horror? No. But we can blame that on the production strategy and the preview. I myself wouldn't describe it as groundbreaking, mold-breaking, or even adding anything new to the genre itself. I would title it more as a comedy/sci-fi mixed with suspense and an all-around technological thriller. I'm willing to admit it was more creepy than it was scary. But some of you are judging this movie way too harshly. And those of you that didn't like the movie is probably comparing it to a Chucky-type slasher, and you were expecting something else. And it wasn't that. But it's an amazing little movie with twists and turns, where everything just kind of falls into place. It makes the whole experience enjoyable. I gotta say, this movie had it all. It was funny, suspenseful, thrilling, moving. I know a lot of people are familiar with the killer doll movies like Chucky or Annabelle. M3GAN takes the killer doll aspect to a new but old direction, with a different approach to the same subject matter. The movie is a Blumhouse production. It is co-written and co-produced by James Wan. The movie is set at a rating of 6.4 out of 10 according to IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes gives this a 93%. They advertise the heck out of this movie. It stars Amy Donald as M3GAN, Allison Williams as Gemma, Violet McGraw as Katie, and let me tell you, the actors and actresses in this movie was phenomenal. They were amazing. The movie starts off with Katie and her parents driving to a ski resort. Next thing you know, the car is struck by a snowplow truck and Katie's parents are killed. Katie goes to live with her aunt Gemma. Gemma is a very talented robotic toy engineer. I would say a workaholic, and she really doesn't know how to raise a child with the intentions of an emotional connection. So Gemma goes on to create this AI doll, and it befriends Katie. Katie starts to look at M3GAN as a friend/mother figure. M3GAN plays two important roles to Katie, and that's friend and teacher. And she picks up the pieces that Gemma lacks in the parenting aspect. Oh, it's a decision that leads to unhinged consequences. Yeah, this movie itself is kind of a slow burn, but it's entertaining at the same time. You're intrigued with the movie from the very first scene. Did the PG-13 rating help or break this movie? I myself don't really think so. It was enjoyable. But I swear, the next one better be rated R. They better not slack on the violence at all.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the knob.
We got it. We got the backstory. And it's time to move on from that and just have a killer doll. If you notice in the movie, the boss's assistant is later caught at a table and the boss accuses him for watching porn, but really it looks like he's sending the blueprints and the information about M3GAN to someone else, maybe another contributor, or maybe another toy programmer or company. It's almost as if they knew who exactly they were making this movie for. And that was little teens watching TikToks. And I'll admit, the movie did not take any new risks. It just kept it simple and basic, and some would even say predictable. But it works. Really, it feels like a generic thriller Lifetime movie. Originally, it had an R set rating, But I guess they decided against that because they wanted more people to come in and see the movie so they could make their money's worth. Honestly, even though I liked it quite a bit, it's not the greatest movie. And I can see how a lot of people are mad because they mistook it because of the preview and the production company, making it seem like it was a slasher type horror when really it was something different. When they made this decision for PG-13, they had to reshoot some shots and fix it in editing and cut out the violence and the gore and the blood so it can pertain to a younger crowd and families. You can definitely tell this was made for 13-year-old girls. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes that does work. And in this situation, it seemed like it worked for the better. Someone like me, I myself have daughters. And it was nice to sit down and watch a movie with them that wasn't full of cussing, nudity, sexual content, and other things like that. We really was all able to sit down and enjoy the movie together. They didn't really ask too many questions. The movie was kind of straightforward, and it explained everything very well. Almost as if you didn't pick up on it the first time, they'd make sure you know it the second time with some kind of dialogue. And clearly, that was the point of the PG-13 rating. This was a movie sent out in January, and we know what January means for movies. Basically, you, it's January, here's our crap, we're just gonna upload on you at the beginning of the year, and hopefully you'll forget about it by the time something else comes along. Knowing that, and seeing the concept that we've seen 100 billion times, I went into this movie, no high expectations, or I wasn't really excited. Maybe that's why it was a little bit more enjoyable than it should have been. I wasn't expecting much, and here was a movie that was really pretty good. The one thing I loved from the very beginning, it never really slowed down. There never really was a dull moment. As soon as the movie started, and basically 2 minutes into it, boom, you was automatically connected with the movie, these characters, the character build, and so on. It was a non-stop thrill ride, almost like a roller coaster, but it just kept going up. Another amazing thing, you never really got bored with the characters or the dialogue, because as soon as it started to kind of slow down, something would pick up or something would happen, or here comes another scene where it sparks your interest more. Like maybe when things are quieting down with Gemma and Katie at the house, you have the neighbor and she's searching around for her missing dog. Or maybe you have Katie and Gemma at the table kind of getting in a little argument, your typical boring everyday conversation. And here comes M3GAN out of nowhere with her 2 cents when she wasn't even supposed to be on to begin with. Let me tell you what, M3GAN is, yeah, maybe the movie was a little, dumbed down. Going from point A to point B until you get the final act. But that was the great part about it. I was able to sit back, unwind, shut off my brain, relax, and just enjoy the movie. Now, is this movie for everyone? I think if they wasn't fooled by the trailer, maybe more people would enjoy it. Do I have problems with the movie? Yes. I mean, it was basically focused around a little girl and her aunt, but that's okay, it's a first movie. And everybody out there that was complaining about the new Chucky remake was saying, I myself included, why'd they remake the Chucky movies? Why didn't they just make a movie of their own about an AI doll that goes rogue? Well, here you go. You got that. I laughed quite a bit during this movie. I found it funny and entertaining. Despite the fact that this robot doll goes around killing kids and stuff, let me tell you, the part that really got to me, and I mean, made me cringe under my skin, wasn't a part that was supposed to be suspenseful. But it was the part that Gemma had to open up one of her collectibles for her and Katie to play with. Oh, I felt that. I felt that to my core. Ugh. Now, since watching the movie the first time and liking it, I gotta say I enjoyed the second viewing just as much. One disappointment. The dance. The dance they had everywhere, on TikTok, on TV. I think it was even on an early morning news show, SNL skits, everything. The dance. It was like 2 seconds long. I also happen to find the boss very hilarious. Everything he said or how he acted just cracked me up completely. I know a lot of people didn't like him out there that said he was trying too hard, but maybe that was the point. Maybe some of these actors was giving it all they got, but they also knew that they were in not that serious of a movie. They could have fun, but still do their job at the same time. Now, I'm going to stop right there without giving too much of this movie away, because thanks to the trailer, you can go into it blindly. It's such a good movie that that's kind of the only way to go into it. Sure, you can have it spoiled for you, but I don't want to be the one to do that, and it's not as fun that way. Now, movies that I feel is a waste of time, and you don't need to waste your time, yeah, I'll give you all the details you need. But really, sit down and watch this one. It's quite nice. And that's going to be it for me. And if you guys would, please like and subscribe and hit that little ringy dingy thing. And I appreciate all you guys' support and thanks for clicking on this video. I'll see you next time.
Let's go!